There is a time coming when a horror beyond belief will descend on the great house of Collinwood. But that time is not yet at hand. At the moment, there are only warnings of the storm to come, such as that which will be felt by Carolyn Stoddard as she sits peacefully in an antique shop in Collinsport. She and many others will soon learn that horror is all around them, and there is no escape.
Megan, who are you? Did you find out anything?
Yes, someone's coming to kill me. Someone's coming to kill me. I've got to hide.
Megan, get hold of yourself. No one's going to kill you.
Yes, someone is.
Who?
I don't know, but someone is. I've got to hide.
Megan, listen to me. There is a very sick baby here.
Let go of me. My kill is on the way.
Megan, listen to me, please. No one is on his way. No one is coming here to hurt you or anyone. No one. Julia. I've never been so relieved to see anyone in my life.
Carolyn, what's the matter?
I don't know. Philip has been gone all night. Megan went to look for him and came back in a terrible state. She's convinced that someone is trying to kill her.
Where did she get an idea like that?
I don't know. I also know it isn't true. But for one moment, when that bell tinkled...
Carolyn, I think I'd better talk to her.
Julia, what's the matter?
Where did this box come from?
I don't know, and right now I don't care. Julia, I haven't told you the worst of what's been happening here.
What? What do you mean?
The baby is very sick.
Baby, what's the matter with him?
I don't know. In all the confusion, Megan hasn't even called the doctor.
I'll take a look at him.
It's the first constructive thing that's happened here in a long time.
What a peculiar birthmark.
No, don't touch him. Megan, what's the matter? He's running a very high temperature. Let me examine him.
No, there's no need to. Babies often run sudden high temperatures.
That's true, and generally it doesn't mean anything serious, but occasionally it can be serious. Now,
But I'll have to take my chances with that, won't I?
Megan, where are you going?
To dress the baby.
why?
We're going away. We have to, you know.
Megan, no one is after you.
Yes, someone
I
is.
tell you, no one is. And you can't go anywhere until Philip comes home. Can you?
No. I suppose I can't.
Where is he?
Philip?
That's what you're worried about, Philip. That's it, isn't it?
Why should I be worried about Philip? He's just out to pick up some other merchandise. He'll come back when he's ready to come back.
Megan, why didn't you tell me that before?
I'll take the baby upstairs.
Are you sure you don't want Dr. Hoffman to look at him?
There's no need for that. I know it.
But, Megan, at least make him take some aspirin, please.
All right.
Julia, what do you think is the matter with her?
With her? With the baby?
With both of them, I would say.
I don't know about the baby because I didn't get a chance to examine him very much, but I did get a chance to see her. She's terrified of something.
Why?
I don't know. Perhaps she and Philip have been working too hard, trying to get the shop in order. Perhaps the strain of the baby, taking care of the baby, has triggered some hidden fear. Who knows?
I think it's criminal the way her sister left the baby and just waltzed off on vacation. Julia, I've a good mind to find out where she is and call her. What is it about that box that fascinates you so?
I saw this box at Barnabas's house.
Barnabas sells them lots of things.
This is something I didn't think he'd sell.
Perhaps he changed his mind. Julia, you don't think there's any truth in what Megan is saying? That someone is trying to kill her?
Oh, no, I don't believe that. And I don't believe that she's not worried about Philip either.
I wish he would come home. She needs him.
You're doing.
Amy, how'd you get in here?
I came in when you went to the study. David, why did you lie to Carolyn about that book?
I had to. I was going to give it back, but then she went and said how valuable it was. Now I can't give it back.
But you can't keep it either. No matter where you hide it, somebody's going to find it.
Oh, no, they won't.
How do you expect to stop them?
By burning the dumb old thing.
You can't do that!
Yes, I can. Then when it's just a big pile of ashes, nobody will ever be able to find out that I took it.
But David, it'll be worse for you if you do that. I know it.
Amy, would you just mind your own business?
David, I'm afraid you'll be in worse trouble. David, give me the book. I'll tell Carolyn I took it.
No.
David, give me the book! I want you to give me the book, and I'll tell Carolyn and
You'll tell Carolyn nothing.
It's so wrong to burn it.
I'm not going to burn it. Not now.
What are you going to do?
What I must. Amy, you stand outside the door and see that no one comes in while I'm reading the book.
While you're what?
Reading the book.
But you don't know how.
Yes, I do.
Then read some of it for me.
You're forbidden to hear any of it.
I don't believe a word you're saying, David Collins.
It doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. Stand outside that door.
David, I don't like this game. Let's play another.
This is not a game, Amy. Now do as I've told you. Amy.
Yes, David?
You don't say anything about this. Not to anyone.
But you'll be caught, David. Carolyn and her friends will know that you'll have the book. You'll see.
Yes, they will. Then those who have been hidden so long shall rise and show themselves, and the others will know their time is ended. And the time of the people of the Leviathan will begin.
I took a nap.
That's exactly what you needed. Dr. Hoffman thinks that both you and Philip are much more tired than you realize. That's the reason you've been so tense about so many things.
Where is Dr. Hoffman?
She went back to Collinwood.
I'm sorry that I was so rude to Dr. Hoffman. I guess I'm more panicked by the baby's condition than I realized. Well, anyhow, I did give him some aspirin.
Is he better?
Yes, I believe he is.
Megan, it may not be my place to say anything, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think your sister ought to come for her baby.
No! The baby is my responsibility.
Well, then you should at least call and tell her he's sick. I'm sure she'd want to know. Then she can make up her own mind what to do.
No. No, I can't call her.
Why not?
She's traveling.
Well, surely she left you some address where she can be reached. Hello. Oh, hello. Yes, we did receive your telegram. Yes, of course you can see the painting, but it isn't here. It's been bought by a Dr. Julia Hoffman. Well, she lives at Collinwood, and if you could be there, this afternoon about 5 o'clock, I'm sure she'd be happy to show you the painting. No, I'm afraid I don't know if she's interested in selling it. Do you know where Collinwood is? Oh, you do? Yes, that will be fine. Goodbye. It was a Mr. Corey. He's interested in seeing the Tate painting that Julia has. Oh, Megan, I'm sorry for taking over like that, but I really think you should take it very easy for the rest of the afternoon. Megan?
What?
You don't still think someone is after you, do you? You're not still thinking of running away, are you?
Oh, of course not. Carolyn, I just want you to know that I'm very grateful for everything you're doing for us.
I wish I could do more. Like find that book. I just can't seem to get onto anything there. It's as if someone were deliberately concealing something.
I wonder if you'd do a favor for me and take this note to Barnabas.
Sorry, Dr. Hoffman, I can't take it to him.
But, David, it's very important that he gets the note. Somebody's coming here in a few minutes, and it's important that Barnabas sees you.
I'm sorry. I have something else that I've got to do.
Well, can't it wait until you just drop this note off?
No, it can't wait.
David!
Barnabas, a person who calls himself Corey, will be here at 5 o'clock. That person could be Quentin Collins.
Why Dr. Hoffman is late. She was so anxious to see you. I had no idea she was so interested in Charles Delaware Tate. But ever since she bought that painting, she's... Hello? I was as shocked as you are, Julia. I had no idea that Corey would turn out to be Miss Olivia Corey. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Stoddard, but I did have the hotel clerk call for me. Well, I find that if I identify myself too early in a business transaction, the price always goes up. Of course, in this case, I really don't mind as long as I get what I want.
And tell me, just what is it you want, Miss Corey?
Your Charles Delaware Tate.
I don't think you really do want it, Miss Corey. It's not a portrait.
You're very perceptive, Dr. Hoffman. What's all this about?
Thank you. Charles Delaware Tate did a great number of portraits of a woman who looks extraordinarily like Miss Corey.
Well, yes, that's how I started collecting his paintings. Those loving portraits of her. Well, it's vain, I admit, but we actresses are vain. I mean, if we didn't admire our own appearance, we wouldn't be on the stage, would we? May I see the painting now, Dr. Hoffman?
It's a landscape.
Oh, well, that's quite all right. I've broadened my interest considerably. I'm interested in all of Mr. Tate's works.
All right. Here it is. But as you know, it's not for sale.
Well, everything's for sale, sooner or later.
Well, perhaps it will be later, but not now.
I'm sorry, Miss Corey. I'm terribly sorry. Well, I'm terribly disappointed. Would you call a cab for me, Miss Stoddard? Yes, of course.
It's curious. I've seen you on the stage, Miss Corey, and I've seen photographs of you in newspapers and magazines, and I never realized the extraordinary resemblance you bear to Amanda Harris. The resemblance is quite unique.
No, it's not. Not if you know that Amanda Harris was my grandmother.
Oh. Who was your grandfather?
Are you interested in genealogy as well as painting, Dr. Hoffman?
Please, I'd like to know.
Well, his name was Langley.
Oh.
Oh, you seem almost disappointed.
No, of course not.
You know, I find it rather strange that you knew that her name was Amanda Harris. I mean, it was never mentioned in connection with any of Charles Tate's works. I mean, I knew her name, of course, because I was her granddaughter, but, well, how did you know it?
Well, you must be mistaken. I'm sure I must have read it somewhere.
Oh, I suppose so. You know, you have very interesting paintings here.
Are you interested in those, too?
Well, mostly turn of the century portraits. I'd love to see any family portraits you have that were done at that time.
I'm afraid you'll be disappointed, Miss Corey. There are no portraits of Quentin Collins.
Am I supposed to know who that is? I'm sorry. I've never heard of him. Miss Corey, your cab is here. Oh, thank you, Miss Stoddard. Well, good night, Dr. Hoffman. You know, I have a feeling that we could learn a great deal about art from each other.
I am one of you now.